So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how to find your channel DNA's winning hook type. So if you don't know what your channel DNA's winning hook types is, I'm here to actually show you how to find it. So first thing is you want to do is you'll come over to this link. You'll come over to this link. It will be in the description. What you're gonna do is you'll go over to this you'll go over to this link right here, docs. Next thing you want to do is you want to go up to viral psychology. All right. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna basically just come to this prompt, and what you're gonna do is just copy this. You're gonna copy this prompt. All right. So hold up. Before we fully copy this prompt, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna make a new folder and do it for a newer. We're doing it for a newer channel to show you. So if you're stuck, you don't know your basically your hook types you stick to, and you don't know your like channel DNA, I'm here to actually show you. So what we're gonna do is now just copy this right here. We're gonna copy this whole copy all this right here. All right, so I'm just gonna copy this whole prompt. I'm just gonna copy this whole prompt, and then what we're gonna do is copy this prompt. All right, so hold up. Before we fully do it though, we just want to go to new projects. We want to go to hit this plus. All right, what you want to do is you want to make sure this right here is on projects only, because we don't want to go outside the project folder. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just now show y'all how to basically go ahead and now. So if you just start a new channel and you don't know none of your channel identity, this video is for you. So this video is for you. If you just start a new channel and you don't know your channel identity, this video is for you. All right, so what I'm gonna be doing, I'm just gonna use one of my dummy accounts, one of my freshies, and yeah. So I'm gonna just now go over to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna now switch over. So I'm gonna use one of my dummy accounts to show you. So yeah, so I'm gonna use one of my dummy accounts that and show you how that method. So I'm gonna go to switch accounts. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go over to one of my dummy accounts. Like I said, I'm gonna use this NFL one for the day. We're gonna use NFL TV. So this one's already verified, but yeah. So what I'm basically gonna do is I'm just go to view channel. All right, I'm gonna go to manage videos. All right, so what I'm also about to now show y'all is this channel is actually verified. So I don't know none of my channel DNA to this, and yeah. So if y'all don't know your channel DNA to this channel, like I said, we go to future availability. You can see right here that this is verified, and yeah. So the next thing is right here is verifying this channel history. We'll leave that. I'll verify it later. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go to more. I'm gonna just go over to this right here. We're just gonna copy this channel name, copy this bio. All right. And you see January 24th, 2026. So we're gonna copy this right here. All right. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna go to NFL series Untold Stories. I'm gonna just go to this right here. I'm gonna just say so. My niece data. All right. So I'm basically just now gonna paste niece data, right? So I'm gonna go to this right here. These are for the hooks for the original script. So that way our script don't come out like everybody else's. But yeah, so I'm gonna just now paste this bio here, and as long as we posted that right there, we pasted that. That's for the original script. So that way we're training AI. They give us new data on new insights. So all we now want to do is just come over. You want to next come over to this right here, new channel. All right. So let's say if you start a new channel and you don't know none of your DNA, and I know most of y'all start new niches and then don't know like the ways for the channel the identity. I'm gonna show you how to do that. So what we're gonna do is just open this up right here. All right, so we're gonna open this up, and we're basically just gonna go to this folder. So you need see new channel DNA builder. So I'm gonna just smoothly just go to that folder. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just go over to this new channel DNA builder. I'm gonna just open up this prompt, right? All right, so what you wanna do is you just wanna you basically just wanna go to edit, and we're gonna go to select all. We're just gonna copy this right here, and we're just gonna now go over to this folder. We're gonna just now paste it. So it's now pasted right there, right? All right. So what it's now gonna do is we can just now paste it. So what I'm gonna do is just come to the top, and like I said, I have an MCP code. It will be left. All right. So I'm gonna use one of my MCP codes. So I'm just gonna use this right here. So I'm gonna say YouTube. All right. So I'm just gonna use YouTube tools right here. I'm gonna use my MCP tool, or you know we could use vidIQ. So instead we could use vidIQ. So we could do vidIQ. We use vidIQ. All right, so I'm just going to go to at vidIQ. All right, so I'm going to use that. What I'm going to do is just hit the arrow and look. So what's going to come back is yes, I understand you're building your channel identity. So it's just show your channel identity. All right, so what I now just do is it's going to basically ask us can we paste our channel again. So that's what we just do. We just want to go back and we just want to give it our channel. So sometimes AI has confusion. We just want to do is we just want to paste our channel. So I'm just going to manually do this and follow after me. So if you want to figure out what your channel identity is, so I don't know my channel identity. Here's my bio and my competitor's script. All right, so what you're going to just do is just paste your bio. You're going to want to go to you want to go to the homepage. And we're going to want to look for a competitor. All right, so we're going to look for a competitor, and yeah, on the homepage. So we're going to look for a competitor right here. But yeah, all right, so let's scroll down. All right, so let's scroll down. All right, so you see this is on our competitor. So yeah, so easy. Let's go to let's scroll down again. All right, so let's go to one of our competitors' videos. All right, so let's see this. It's not our niche, baseball. It's not our niche at all. So I'm gonna just put this to watch later. It's not our niche though. All right, so I'm gonna open this up in a new tab. It's not our niche. So we're gonna go to one where it's NFL, but yeah. All right, what's like NFL 30K right here. All right, so
we're one of the only social media agencies that guarantees 1 million views or you don't even pay. But honestly, that is just kind of what we say for marketing. If you give me 15 seconds, I'll explain how this actually works. So what actually happens is after 90 days of a year ago.
All right, so I want to share something too. So you don't need hard edits. So you see right here, this one just got pushed 81,000 views 12 days ago.
Every scout who watched Jacob Mizorowski in the minor leagues agreed on
you see 14,000 subscribers. So
the best they'd ever
this goes to show you that what matters the most
is
your topic demand. So your topic, you're talking about your topic idea. Our edit is not needed. And I'm going to make another video on my channel so how y'all could pick better topics. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to get the script right here. So we're going to get the script. All right, we don't want to get the script from the oldest or over 10 months. We want to do one that's latest. So what we're going to do is go over to, I'm going to scroll over. I'm going to scroll over, NFL. All right, we just want to make sure you go to NFL chat. So, yeah, we don't want to do baseball. We don't want to encourage and stuff that's not in our niche, not in our lane. If that's what I'm going to say. So, yeah, so we don't want to encourage or do stuff that's not in our lane. We don't want to go outside of our niche. All right, so this right here is, so let's go to it. All right, so we're going to just use the script. We're just going to get the script right here, and let's see. All right, let's see. All right, so let's see this one. All right, so 30,000 views, 42.8K subscribers. All right, so we're going to just grab the script from here. All right, so we also see, yeah, so we're going to just grab the script from here. All right, we're going to grab the script from here. Let's see his videos, 42,000 subscribers with over 258 videos. All right, so we're going to go to videos. All right, so we're just going to grab it. One of his recent Bravo scripts. So 4 months ago, you see if we open this up, 100,000 views, we could just grab the script from here. So you want to grab it from a video with over, it can't be less than 100K views. It got to be having 100K to 500K or 1 million or more.
From every single school that had
100K to 500K.
Illinois and Jeff George. After transferring to
100K to 500K or 1 mil or more.
Illinois in 1988, George displayed one of the strongest arms scouts had ever seen.
All right, so you can see where the video started at. It started at low views right here. So yeah, so first 24 hours, he didn't really have as many views. So yeah, and it literally starts out like that. First 24 hours, the video starts off as nowhere. But yeah, you see right, first 24 hours, he really had 200 views and then went up. And then he left 24 hours with over 3,000. But yeah, so what I'm going to basically do is I'm going to just go to this right here.
Became addicted.
And you can just use a voiceover. You don't got to use hard editing. There's no hard editing right here. So you could just use images and photos or just videos. So I'm gonna just go to YouTube transcript. I'm gonna now go to YouTube transcript. All right. So I'm gonna go to YouTube transcript. We're gonna just grab our competitor's transcript. So what we're now doing is we're training our AI on real data in our niche, so we could come out with high quality scripts that come out in our channel identity. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go over to my competitor's script. We're just gonna feed the script all the AI. So what I'm gonna do is just go to right here transcript. I'm going to just copy this whole script. I'm going to just now copy it over to ChatGPT. All right, so I'm going to just copy it over to ChatGPT, yeah. So just copy right after me chatting, yeah. So I'm going to just go up to here. I'm going to just copy everything from the script. Just copy it plainly over to ChatGPT. So, yeah, so I'm going to just come up there. I'm going to just now go to here. I'm going to just copy the script over to ChatGPT, and yeah. So I'm going to say, this is my competitor's script, and I'm going to just now paste it here. So I'm going to say, that's my competitor's script. Now tell me my channel DNA. All right, so what we're going to do is paste our competitor's script here. And we're going to hit the enter on our keyboard. And you can see that what's now going to do is now use our MCP. And so you see NFL TV channel V1. So easy, your identity is channel core promise underscore reach forgettable strategy, right? So you are not simply NFL facts. You are primarily a news channel. So you're building a football history storytelling channel. So what this does, right? This like betters the process so we could have a high quality script and a way better structure. So what I'm gonna basically do now is give me a way stronger structure and hook types of stronger hook types of what I just sent of my competitor, but a structure that fits and suits for my lane and hook types as well. All right, so what we just did was we fed AI data on our competitors of our competitors' niche, but we also want to make sure that you're getting a script structure that fits for your channel alone. So you see, we have the channel DNA, as we have the core promise underneath Earth strangers writer. So we see your content, your 5 content pillars. You see pillar unforgettable. We have this one right here. So what is content pillars? Content pillars is like what you cover. So what you cover, and yeah, so that's basically what it is. So what you cover is this, and then the example angle. So example angle is this. So example angle. So yeah. So what I'm gonna now do. So if you don't understand what this is, I'm gonna just now have AI basically better explain it. So I'm gonna just go to here and copy this. I'm gonna just have it better explain this. Better explain all this shit. So what's going to now do is basically better explain all this stuff. So if you don't understand what it is, I got y'all. So look, so you see right here. So your 5 content pillars right here. I find NFL stories people forget, misunderstood, or never heard about. So and explain what really happened. So you see right here. So you see we have the forgettable bus. We have what it means, and yeah. So we have the basic story is college and no means huge hype. So high draft picks, NFL filters, what's wrong, but yeah. So we literally have 5 pillars, and all we just do is it basically like trains the AI so on data on like how to come up with our ideas. So that's what it's for. So you see right here. So but here's there's the and even bigger idea right here. So these are 5 pillars aren't actually separate, so they are fit underneath one master console of the NFL slots right here, stories. Think of it like this your vote. But yeah, so we just basically have an untapped lane that was not tapped yet. So this right here is our lane is basically on top where no other channel posted about it. So yeah, so all I'm gonna just do is copy and paste it over to Google Docs, and yeah. So what I'm gonna do is copy and paste all this right here. So this is all of our channel identity of what we post about, and yeah. So all I'm gonna just do is now copy and paste it over to a new Google Docs link. So yeah. So this right here is a Google Docs link of where we just pasted all of our channel identity, because when you first start a channel, this is what you're gonna do to get to know what your niche is. So you're gonna copy your bio and then give it to AI, and the AI is gonna basically tell you you're gonna bring one of your competitors script from your exact niche, and it's gonna basically tell you your channel identity. So every time you do this process and use this prompt, all the prompts will be in the description. So yeah, so you can see that we have everything right here. So what I'm now gonna basically ask it is, what is our title formats that we stick to? So yeah, all right. So what's my title formulas that I stick to? Alright, so you see right here, this is our title formulas right here. We stick to, so this is your promise. Strong hook, NFL subject, curiosity gap. So you see right here, we stick with the downfall. We stick with the what if. We stick to the forgettable story, the shocking outcome, the bust. You see structure, so he had everything, then what happened, and then you see example, so he had everything, what happened, da da. So that's what we basically stick to. All right. So what I'm gonna do is just copy and paste this over to my sheet right here. All right, so I'm gonna just copy and paste this over to my sheet, and you see hook, subject, story, subject, bad logic, and yeah. All right, so tell me my 1 of 4 pillars I stick to. My 1 of 4 permanent pillars I'm sticking to. So what we just did was we made this folder. We trained AI to only remember this project folder of everything we basically just told it. So what I'm not gonna do is I'm gonna just ask it for my pillars, and my pillars like I want it for like categories that AI comes up like with the title ideas. So easy right here. So and it helps us with our ideas. So we don't want to leave our pillars. So yeah. So we don't never want to leave our pillars. All right. What I'm gonna do is just copy and paste this over to our notes right here, and yeah. So these right here, I'm gonna just copy and paste that. All right, I'm gonna now ask it for the 104 hook. So now tell me for the 104 repeatable hook types, for each hook type, how many videos should we give like each hook type we do? How many videos? So this is where most people mess up at, and yeah. So what's not going to basically tell us is how many videos we give each hook type. So we give each hook type 4 videos, and yeah. So we give it four videos, and then when we decide what's the winner, I'm gonna now show y'all what views we look for to know that it's a winner. All right, so what 0 to 30 seconds do we look for to know that the hook is a winner? And yeah, so what views should we look for and what views should we avoid to know that this hook is working and we stick to this hook? So what views should we look for? All right, so you see right here, so this is 30 seconds right here. We look for this. So this is what we look for. We look for this right here. We want to go for at least 70 to 79% strong, 60 to 69%. It means usual improvement. So that means, so how many videos do we do it? We do it for this. So you see right here, so what you don't want is this. All right, so I'm going to now scroll down, and I'm going to now basically scroll down. The views we want to get is to know that the hook worked. Mostly is 2 times winners is your normal baseline. So you see 1,000 views, a video gets 2,000 views, a strong signal. But yeah, so what we basically want to do now is avoid it. So I'm going to now give us a list of what we avoid. All right, show me a list of what I avoid. So what views should we stick to know that this is going to be a winner? So we don't like sit here and just second guess, and I can know that this hook worked. So yeah. So what views should we like say that's okay and we avoid? So you can see right here, it's going to basically tell me, so we know that this is a winner, so we do 36 right, 70% retention, so an identical CTR is healthy for your channel. So CTR means like your thumbnail, alright? So CTR has nothing to do with your hook. So your normal video is 1,000, new video gets 2 to 3,000, so keep the hook right here. So if a video gets 5,000, that's uh, particularly a strong signal. So yeah, so you see right here, but yeah. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just copy this over, and yeah. All right, so I don't have 104 hooks. I only have one of four. One of four. One of four. I only have one of four. And how many videos should we give these one of four like hook types for each video? All right, so we give each video 4 videos, and yeah, so that's what we decide. So whichever one basically has the most. I don't want to say the most views. All right, yeah. I don't want to say the most views. So whichever one basically has the most CTR, I mean, whichever one has a 0 to 30 the most, that's the one we will stick to, right? All right, so whichever one is 0 to 30 seconds right here, primary signal. So which hook consistently keeps most viewers watching? So yeah, so it's a CTR signal right here. A great hook doesn't matter if the title and the thumbnail doesn't get the people to click. So higher CTR, strong, zero retention. But yeah, so it's basically what you got to do, chatting. Yeah, so the goal is to get people to click, and we do that by our thumbnail. So yeah, so I'm gonna scroll up now, and yeah, so all right, so tell me a simple rule of like red, green, yellow of the 0 to 30 mark and S mark of what we should look for. All right, so we keep the hook is where we keep this. So 0 to 30 mark S mark 78%. Strong hook, viewers are stand. The test the hook test this hook type again. But yeah, if it is repeatedly hit screen, make it one of your main hook formulas. All right, so you see right here 55%. So we don't want to we want to go for this right here. All right. So that's what we want to go for, yeah. All right, yeah. So we want to go for that. I'm gonna see y'all later in the next video. And each video we get 4 videos. So for each hook type, we give 4 videos for each hook type, and whichever one has the amount of the amount of 0 to 30 seconds the most, that's the hook we stick to, right? That's the winner, right? So we test it, and then whichever one has like the most, that's the hook type we stick to. So yeah, so you see right, so compare it to 0 seconds right here. So I'm gonna just go through this, and I'm gonna just copy this right here, and yeah. All right, so just now basically make me a prompt, and then put my hook types on there, and then basically put my channel DNA on there. So when I bring you the title, you can basically pick from one of my hook types, and then you can make sure that my hook and my title matches like for the promise. For the promise, we want to put like some of the title in a hook, but we don't want to fully reveal. But you know the way to do it. All right, so what I'm going to do is just go to this right here. We're just going to copy this over, and I'm going to show you how to use this prompt. But yeah, so we're just going to copy this over to ChatGPT again, and this is going to basically help us with the script. So yeah, so like I said, this is a whole system right here. You use it to go viral. So AI saves you years. AI saves you months. AI helped us like that saved us years of like trying to struggle. All right, so tell me my 1 or 4 repeatable pillars of what I stick to. So you see right here, these are our repeatable pillars, and yeah. So what I'm gonna do is just now scroll down, and I'm just gonna now go over there. I'm just gonna open this up. All right, so what I'm gonna now do is ask for the keywords I basically search on YouTube. So we're gonna do like so I'm basically gonna ask like for each pillar. So I'm gonna just go to here, and I'm gonna say so I need ideas. Which keywords should I search into YouTube that aligns with my pillar? All right, yeah. All right, so guys, we're now gonna come to here. It's now basically gonna tell me of which keyword we searching in YouTube that aligns with my pillar. But yeah. All right, so you see right here we have the forgettable one. All we just do is go to right here, YouTube. We basically just go over there, and we basically just search this. So we're gonna search it, and yeah. So you see right here that this baseball channel has 33,000 subscribers, but you can see that no hard edit is really needed. So you should just focus on if you can't get stuff like this, just focus on just getting the footage. Don't stress over little stuff like that. But yeah, if you can't get the other things that he shows, just focus on getting the footage. Footage matters the most. Viewers come there for the story. They don't care about what you show. They come there for the story. All right, so NFL drafts bust right here. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna now validate I'm gonna show you how to validate the topic. So if you don't know how to validate topic, you see 4 months ago. So we're gonna now just validate topic. So we want to go to a filter. We want to filter this by this month. We want to see like recently popping out titles is this month. So we're gonna now go to search. We're now gonna basically copy and paste everything from here. And now just paste it over to basically over to ChatGPT. What ChatGPT is now going to do is get us the title. So it's going to it's going to basically scan through the topic, see if it's great demand, and yeah. So we're just going to copy this, and our goal is like find a gap in a market where nobody has covered. But yeah, all right, so I'm just going to give it this. We're now just going to hit send right here. So you see right, this is exactly what we want to look for. Highest views 2.1 million, average views 400,000. All right, so we're gonna scroll down. So we go there. So this is what I would like to take from this. Your winning keyword isn't necessarily NFL. So that's just, our keyword is just from our pillars. Our pillars are aligned like for ideas that align with our lane. So you see, you would just give AI your pillars all the time, so it'll come out with ideas. So is you want to use uncovered specific story angles that fit your pillars. So forgettable right here. So you see 10 players. You can see right here. So what I'm gonna do is now is your research is should branch out like this. So this is the NFL right here, NFL biggest right here. So is your channel shouldn't become a generic NFL draft channel. Your pillars is this broad. So your pillars is broader. All right. So what I'm gonna do is just go to this right here. We're gonna go to NFL biggest draft bust. All right. So All right, so from this right here. All right, so from all right, so from the biggest opportunity I just brought you. So from the biggest opportunity I just brought you, tell me the exact title. What you think that should work? That should work. What the viewers want to see more from the data I just brought you. All right, so we're going to just tell it that, and it's going to now basically give us the title. You see, so this is the biggest strictly on data you just brought me. This is the title I will test. So this is 10 NFL drafts bust who were supposed on superstars. So what we're going to do is just go to this right here. We're just going to basically search this right here. Title, you can see, so we're going to go to 10. 10 NFL drafts who were supposed on superstars. So you see right here, 300,000 views. You can see that our video will more likely land right here, which is a great sign for us. So that means that there's a lot of demand right here in search. So you see 300,000 views. We see 600K, 100K. We see 24,000. So they're all winning, which is a great sign for us, and that's really great. So what I'm now going to do is just copy everything from search, and we can see there's a lot of demand in it. So you don't worry about the vidIQ score. We want to worry about look at the demand. So we just want to copy everything from here and now search this. We want to look more at the demand. So what I'm going to just do is paste this here, and what I'm also going to do now is come to filters. I'm going to filter this by this month. So we can see this month and this year. We could do this year. So you guys can see right here 3 weeks ago. So you see right here that if we go this right here, you can see. So if we exit that, you can see we're stuck with this 10 NFL drafts bust. So you see right here. So 10 NFL recent draft busts who could have been superstars. All right. So what I'm gonna do is just go to this month. And you can see that this is a lot. This is a medium, right? This is a medium, which is great. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna copy everything from search. I'm gonna copy everything from search, and yeah. So we can see that there's a lot of demand, and this is more likely great of what people want to see. So it's more like a great of what people want to see. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to copy this. I'm now going to paste this right here. All right, so you see right here, 10 NFL drafts who could have been superstars. So this is your version. So this is as strong as curiosity. So you see right here, we exit that. This could have been creates what happened. So you see right here. So it's an important. It sits in between two of your strongest pillars. So you see primary 1, primary 2. But yeah. All right. So this is all right. So which one did we use for this one? So I'm gonna now ask it is which pillar did we use? Alright, so to create the script chat, what I'm going to do now is just come over to this. I'm basically just going to come up to this prompt, and I'm just now going to have it just create as a script. So I'm going to just come to the system right here, and I'm just create it. I'm just going to copy it, and I'm going to now just have it create as a script. Alright, so what's my 1 of 4 hook types? Alright, so I'm going to now ask it this right here. So this is right here. So the hook, what if this right here? So what's my script structure? What's my script structure? Alright, so we just want to put this in our notes, and we want to remember this, alright? So this right here is our script structure, hook setup. We have the list, the story, the escalation, and then we have the payoff. So yeah, so you see hook setup, escalations, promise, stories, escalation, but yeah, CTA. So what I'm just going to now do, I'm going to copy all this to my notes, and we have this permanently. So this is what we use forever. We don't just never change. And yeah, so like I said, I hope y'all guys enjoyed this video. And like I said, there's a lot of coaching videos will be up on the channel forever. So yeah, so get used to it. AI is a new way. AI is a new motive. We're not using other tools if it's not coming from ChatGPT or something we know. So yeah, so what I'm just going to now do is just come over to this. I'm going to just give it the title. I'm going to now have it scrape from the articles and have it write the script. So I'm going to just now have it scrape from actual articles and have us write a 6 to 8 minute script. Get facts from articles and write me a 6 to 8 minute script. Do research. So what it's going to do is do research through articles and write me an 6 to 8 minute script. So you're going to do 6 to 8 minutes. And yeah, when you're starting a new channel, 6 to 8 minutes until you get that channel monetized. So easy right here. So escape through article. This is absolutely I research your topic angles, NFL, creatability. So historical sources right here built on pillar one. So it's using your fall hook shock hook using your fall hook plus shock contrast structure. So this is one of the most important choices right here. So easy. It went ahead and creates this whole script. So we have this right here. So this is what we have, and we could just copy the script over to our voiceover software, so we could copy it over to Lima. So the reason why our videos wasn't doing as well because your scripts are too generic. So what I'm not gonna basically have it now is all right. So go ahead and remove. So make sure that my script, humorize my script, do human intakes. Make sure it's not too generic. Make sure it's a great script. So where the moment I use it, the moment I post, it could basically get pushed. It could basically get pushed, but yeah. All right, so this is I'll make it way stronger. So this is imagine being told this right here. So easy right here. So this is 10 NFL drafts, the bus. So easy right here. I'll make it way stronger. So what it did was it made it way stronger. This is you become a name people want to go. So easy. We didn't want generic words what everybody else has, we wanted new information. So I'm not going to confirm this. All right. So this script right here, is originality script. Right. This is a new information script. This script is a script that nobody else basically used. Right. It's a script that's way different from all the other scripts that's on the internet, right? Yes, this is original script wording. So, but I wouldn't honestly tell you that nobody on the internet ever used the same exact information. So, but simpler ideas. So you see where the topic isn't original, but yeah. So the topic isn't original at all. So the factual information isn't exclusive, but the actual script wording is newly written. So I didn't copy another video's narration. So the structure is customized to your channel. Follows right here. So you see NFL. What if the angle is different? We're not so easy right here. So we're not merely saying 10 biggest buses right here. The central promise is players who yeah. So what I'm gonna do is have it basically better explain this angle part right here. So yeah. So I'm just have it better explain this. All right, so you see right here, so this is absolute. So this is absolutely. The angle is different. This isn't just another NFL list draft bust. This is the real story about 10 players who had the talent, hype, and opportunity to become NFL superstars, but somewhere along the different careers completely fall apart. But yeah, so yeah, so do I have angle pillars? So do I have angle pillars to know? So every time you do the script, you can make sure that for the script you get a different angle. So you get. Do I have angle pillars? So I can basically feed you it next time you do the script and make sure everything is good. So you want to make sure you have angle pillars. So you want to make sure you have angles. Like yeah, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure I have like story angle pillars 1 of 4 that fits with my niche. So next time you do the script, I basically bring good to make sure the script comes out high quality and we get new information. We're not using the same information out there, but we could take like we can make sure our angle is basically different though. From yeah. And like humorized. So it's the narration's truly humorized, but yeah. So we're gonna just hit this right here. So easy right here. So we're gonna hit this. All right. So yes, it's absolutely should have angle pillars right here. Separate from your 1 of 4. So easy right here. These are our 1 of 4 angle pillars. So all we just do next time we do the script, we just hand it over to AI. So what AI is gonna do is make sure I use our angle pillars to basically come up with a high quality script. So yeah, just what you're gonna rest repeat every single time. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video, and like I said, this link will be in the description. Check it out. I'm out. So yeah. So like I said, I'm out, and yeah. So hold up. So let me scroll up. So what I like to do too is A/B test use A/B test the hook. So A/B test the hook. Which hook type did we use? All right. So you see right here, the idea was there wasn't players nobody believed in. These were players in NFL drink. So you see, then we hit it with contrast right here. So they had the talent player, the hype opportunity right here. So why the hashtag 2 fits? The title promises but superstars. You see right here. So the hook immediately creates tension. How could players who designed for greatest end up becoming bust? But that's just the curiosity gap. So the title creates so for this video. So content pillars right here. Story angle is that. Hook type uses this, and the core promise is this. Alright, so I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, bro, and yeah. All right, so our our core promise don't change, right? So our core promise stays the same for every single topic, right? Mostly yes. So your permit channel promise right here will be this. So you can just give this to AI. Yeah, AI will know exactly how to come out with the script every single time. So yeah, so you see, so channel core promise right here stays the same. So content is your one of four story angle changes. Your video promise changes with the topic. So yeah, so I'm gonna have it better explain this. So you see right here, channel promise locks. Contemplate right here is what the video is about. So yeah, the contemplate is what the video is about. The one of four. So the story angle is how we tell it. So this is where you prevent your channel from becoming repetitive. So your one of four angles is this one of four, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the video promise right here. What this video will deliver. So you see right here. So this is specific right here in visual. So you see 10 NFL drafts. Your promise becomes this right here. So but if your video was the 10 NFL careers that was impossible, the promise would change. But yeah, all right. So the hook right here is this how we get them to watch. But yeah, all right. So give me my one of four video promises so I can know. So every single title I basically do, I bring you this, and you could pick from one and see which one is like will fit with the video, like the core promise. But yeah, so we don't like mix things up. We could change. We don't change things. And if you don't work hard, you're never gonna go as far as you want to go. So you see, one of four repeatable video promises right here, the untold truth. We have the career right here. We have this one. We have this three moment right here fell apart. We have this four. So you see your complete system right here. Keep it locked. So channel core promise right here is this. So you see we have one of four content pillars. We have one of four story pillars. We have one of four core promises. We have one of four hook types. Title must match the promise. So research and find information that supports the angle, and script is delivered at the promise. But yeah, so I'm going to now do spaces all over here, and yeah. All right, so go ahead and now give me all my channel DNA information of what we just went over, so I can now have it. So the core pillars, everything I need to have. All right, so you see this right, chat. We're just gonna copy this over to our Google Docs link, and yeah. All right, so that's why. So your ideas. YouTube cares the most about your script and your topic idea. They don't care about your editing, as long as your stuff ain't like everybody else's stuff. So yeah, so you want to really stand out. So to find a thumb idea, what I like to do is go to YouTube. Right, go to YouTube logo. I'm gonna scroll down. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just find one of these most successful NFL videos is popping off right now. So yeah, so that's where the viewers are really interested in. So you see right here, 300 views per hour. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just copy this. I'm gonna just copy this right here, and what we're gonna do is smoothly scroll down. All right, let's see this 9 months ago. All right, so we're gonna use this one. We're gonna use it. This is right here work. So we want to find. This is how I found my template. So what we're gonna now do is just go over to YouTube. Go to YouTube thumbnail downloader. All right, so what I'm gonna do is to go to YouTube thumbnail downloader. I'm just gonna paint Control V this. I'm just now gonna open this up in a new page. All right, so what I'm now gonna do is ask it for the prompt. All right, so let's say. All right, so let's say for the title we did, at the top, can you basically give me like a prompt for AI? I could give AI for the thumbnail, like to explain what kind of text would basically what got to be on the thumbnail. But I'll give it a reference a competitor's thumbnail. So you see, channel core promise is what the viewers will always get from you. So your content pillars is what the story are telling, and then the story angle is what are a unique way into explaining the story. So you see, video promise is what specifically are we promising for the viewers story angle. But yeah, so you see hook. Why should they care right now? So you see, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is now go over this. It's now gonna basically give me a prompt. We're basically gonna feed the AI. So we're gonna feed this to AI right here, and yeah. All right. So I'm now gonna basically in the video. So I'm just now gonna basically come over to this. We're basically just gonna feed this to AI. I'm gonna just go over to ChatGPT and yeah. I'm just now just paste this prompt here. Alright, so I'm just give it a reference. I'm gonna just paste this right here. And what's not gonna do is create this thumbnail. So it's the best thumbnail concept right here is this. So what I'm gonna do is just give this back to AI, and what's gonna do is create our thumbnail. So yeah, so it's gonna now keep the same design. We just wanna give it our competitor stuff, and yeah, so we gave it our competitor one for example. We just wanna give this back to AI. So I'm just gonna come over this right here. We just wanna copy all this over to AI. So I'm gonna just say create me the thumbnail. Alright, so what's now gonna do is go ahead and now create this thumbnail. So we now have a chopped up thumbnail and the AI made thumbnail. You can use AI for the script, AI for the title. You just the only one I gotta use Premiere Pro for the editing and CapCut. Alright. So we made it YouTube made it easier. Don't overcomplicate things, don't make things hard. Is YouTube wants your story to not feel the same as everybody else's. They want your script to not to look but you get facts from Google, but as long as it's like not generic information like everybody else is using, they want you to build your brand. So you want to actually run this business like a brand, a long term business. So you can have a long term business when. All right. So you can see right here. So suppose the B star. So you see right here. It basically gave us this. You see that it puts this on the thumbnail. It puts him. But yeah. Suppose. All right, so what I'm not gonna do is now come over here to check up like what characters. So which characters gotta be on the thumbnail. So I'm just gonna now check it right here. So you see right here. So Jamar, Ryan Leaf. So what we're gonna do is just we're gonna come this right here. We're just gonna copy and paste this right over there, and we're just now gonna have it fix it. So you see right here. So you see AI made this a clean thumbnail. AI is getting really great at making this thumbnail. So if we wanted, we could just have it remove this. Oh, like I said, AI is getting really great, and yeah. So I could just have it now. Say it's keep the same style. So I'm gonna just come up to this right here. I'm gonna just copy this right here, control, C, copy this right here, exit this, and yeah, paste this. Keep the same style, just create the thumbnail. Swap the characters around. Alright, so you see right here, we basically took a work. We didn't copy exactly of the competitor stuff. So the competitor's one right here, we didn't copy exactly. We took a work. We try to make ours way better than what's already out there. So it's the only way to succeed. YouTube likes when you bring a new style to basically YouTube. So when you bring a new style to YouTube, you have a higher chance of you to go viral. So when you're bringing like a new thumbnail style, this is what they want. You give it like your competitors want, and you do this for example, so you can stand out. And you rest and repeat this. It's really how you go viral. So yeah. So you take what's proven, but you're not gonna copy it exactly. You're gonna make some like you can make a similar one, or you can make the opposite. So there's two examples what you could do. So what we just did was we took a proven one, we took a work, and we made it in our own way. So that's the real way to stand out. You see thumbnails like this. So thumbnails like this clean, and supposed to be stars. So it's really clean and it's great. And yeah. So you see right here, it replaces it with these characters, and it already researched and got the character from Google and made this thumbnail. It made it so good, so we could just stick with this template and use it for as many videos as we want. So yeah, so like I said, I'm out, guys. If you guys, and I also want to show you guys something right here. So I mean, that's how you basically come up with a template. You see, these are all templated thumbnails. These are just different characters, a different story, different meaning that's on it. All right, so I'm out, and like I said, The video's staying up. You can rewatch it. It's not going nowhere. It'll be up 9 months from here, 8 months. Thank you to YouTube, man. Yeah. So I also want to come over to show you that this channel. You see 1.2K. You see right that she had the red text 2 months ago. You see right that they're just keeping. What she's just doing is she's just like changing the story around, and she's keeping the same like the core principle. So if we go to her most popular. Her most popular, she keeping the same style. She's just changing the background on it. So this is what you want to do. You just want to change the background. And you want to keep the same style. So for my next idea, what I could just do is I could just have it. So give me my next. So I'm gonna just show y'all for example. So for my next idea, what I'm gonna do is just go to. So you see, for my next idea, we're gonna use this right here. So yeah, so I'm gonna use this right here. All right, so this will be for the next idea. So we're gonna just do is we're just gonna basically give it this, and it's basically gonna put the so supposed to be stars. All right, so give me. All right, so give me another idea for my next video. For my next video after this one. So what we just do is we rush and repeat it, and like I said, this is where most people mess up at. So what you could just do is you don't gotta overcomplicate it. You could just basically come in here and you could just now have it go ahead. So all right, so now just give me the thumbnail stuff what I basically have AI basically the characters are what we put on the thumbnail. So the title and then the text we put on the thumbnail, yeah. All right, so we could just give this back over to AI. What AI is gonna do is make us another thumbnail in this style. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just come up to this, keep the same style, keep this same style. Just make me another one for this idea. So this is what you would do. You just bring it your title. It will know the characters that got to be on the thumbnail. So it would know the characters exactly got to be on the thumbnail for you to use it. So like I said, this is way easier, bro. There's gurus charging at least hundreds of dollars for courses. So I'm glad I'm giving y'all the sauce. Enjoy it, and the video's staying up. So if you don't know your channel identity and you don't know like your hooks, I gave you more than what y'all came for. So yeah, so if you don't know what your channel identity is, what you want to look for, but yeah, I'm out. But yeah, so you see, it's going to sketch it out, and you can see it's sketching everything out. It's getting the details in here. So we're just going to refresh this right here, and you can see that it don't look like it looks like an actual designer made it, and that's the good part about it. So if we remove this, it looks like an actual graphic designer went through and made this. So that's what you want the thumbnails to look like. You want it to look as good and not look like AI slop and not look like it needs to look neat. So it needs to look neat like this, but yeah. So like I said, it needs to look neat. Yeah. So not really busted right here, but yeah. I'm out. And I'm gonna see y'all later. And like I said, it's either you do this and you win it either and you gotta take risks. So get off the mindset of you being scared to fail. In YouTube, there's gonna be things where you gotta take risks sometimes. So you gotta take risks sometimes, but as long as you're doing this way, you're implementing it, bro, you're good. You're good to see. I'm gonna see you in the next video. We keep the same template. Always doing is changing the characters, changing the text. We can even change the background so you see before, after. So this was literally our competitors one. This was our competitors one right here. So you see, we made it way better than his. So you see, we made ours way better. So you see, this was a competitors one before, after. So you see before, after again. So yeah, I'm gonna see y'all next video. Really locked in if you want to make it for. I'm out.